So today I wanted to show you a muscadine grape that I'm growing that I'm really impressed with. This variety is called Paulk. I don't know, P-A-U-L-K. This is a 3-year-old vine, and I'm gonna have to work on a tougher trellis. I just have them on a nylon string for now, but you can see the weight here. And I've been eating these for a while. They get better and better the riper they get, so I really should leave them, but I do enjoy eating them. In terms of size, you can see they're pretty good size. These would be larger if I watered more, probably. I know I've grown some Supremes, which is another variety, and those are larger in general, but also the extra watering definitely helped get some size on them. But these are plenty big. It's just a beautiful grape. Now, Paulk is a self-fertile vine, so that's important if you're only going to grow one, which is what I have here. And so that means I don't need any other vines. Supreme, for example, is a female vine, so without a pollinator, you'd get nothing. And I had, actually at the community garden, I had a Supreme, and I had a late fry, and the late fry died, and now I've got a Supreme with no grapes on it. So I'm gonna possibly looking at putting another self-fertile over there. In a larger orchard, you know, you got more vines, more going on. And so here I just strung it along. It's probably about a 25 feet of vine. Here I've already picked these off. There's a few here. Going all the way across in front of my garage. This is the way you train a muscadine. They would be on a single arm usually. I've got a central stem that comes up here, a little weedy down there. And this is higher than most people would do it, but I wanted them up and out of the way. And so I've got about a 12-foot arm down this way and a 12 or maybe even 15. So it's a little longer than most people would grow them, but I think it's going to be capable of pushing grapes on the whole thing. And it's got the space to itself. So again, this is just a 3rd year vine, so I wouldn't even want any more grapes on it than I've got. But really just a fabulous variety. Great taste, that sort of little bit of that wild taste that muscadines have that I really like. So different than a regular table grape, and you can't really get these in stores. You get them occasionally, but they're often not very good, not very ripe. And you gotta, kind of look for them. And again, but you grow them yourself, and you can kind of come in here and give them a little squeeze and look for the ones. Once they start getting soft, that's when they're ripe. So this one's a little soft. Go ahead and pull that off. Now, with muscadines, one of the important things, here we go, get that in the sun, is a dry scar. And what that means is when I pull this off, I'm not getting any tearing of the skin. I'm getting a sealed dry scar, and that means it'll keep really well. So Paulk has that. That's one of the newest varieties. Just really very, I've seen pictures. I'll have easily 3-4 times this production in a year or so. If anything, you got to thin a little bit just to keep it from sort of doing almost some damage to itself going into the winter. I'm in 7A, and we're sort of at the top end of where these will grow. They're not as hardy as a lot of grapes. They're more of a southern grape, and they are the wild grape. So these are improved varieties. And just in case anyone's wondering what this is over here behind them, this is some shade cloth over where I've been, where I grafted some poppies. So you can see the grafts, lots of growth. Obviously it should have been taller. Anyway, so again, this is Paulk. I highly recommend it. If you're thinking of a muscadine, I think this really is the one to grow. For a bronze, which is the other color, primary color of muscadines, also I think Hall is a great variety, but I do like the reds better, or the dark color here. Just a really delicious and sweet. And if you haven't had a muscadine, go and try one first. They're a little different than many grapes you might have, but it's a great variety, and I highly recommend it.